Hey guys, welcome to day 7, the last yoga workout or the last yoga class of this week. We're going to have a really nice, soft, gentle class today. So you're going to possibly need a belt today. I've got mine over here. If you don't have a belt, don't worry. You can grab a tie or a long towel, anything really that is going to help you kind of with the same length as this. It doesn't need to do up or anything. Okay, so I'm going to just put that to the side. So, let's begin. Come and lie on your back. And stretch yourself all the way out into a kind of Shavasana. And then place your hands in a diamond shape like this on your lower belly. Let your elbows relax, your shoulders relax. And now start to breathe down into your hands. Try to feel the breath moving right around your fingers, so around your pubic bone. And as you breathe in, you're expanding the body. And as you exhale, you're relaxing the body. All the muscles, all the joints. We're focusing on the nervous system today, so we're trying to really relax the whole body. By breathing nice and slowly. Then we're going to take our hands around our ribs. So you place your thumbs at the back of your ribs, your fingertips pointing up to the ceiling. And again, breathe. Try to breathe out into the side, so you're pushing your hands away from you. And then see if you can start the breath off from the lower belly where the hands were before, and then move it into your hands now. One more there. Then you're going to bring your thumbs underneath your armpits and squeeze your elbows into the sides of the waist. So try to stop your hands from being here and your elbows pointing, your wrists pointing out. Hug your wrists in towards each other and lengthen through your thumbs and your fingers. And then again, breathe into your hands. Then again, see if you can start the breath from your belly, move it into the ribs and then into your hands. So you're really starting to take a nice big breath, beginning to use the maximum capacity of your lungs. Then just place your fingers on your collarbones, you relax your elbows, and see if you can breathe right up into your collarbones. And even feel that breath move around the space between your shoulder blades, your upper back, or your thoracic spine. So you're feeling the breath moving through the front and the back of the body. And then again, start the breath from the belly, into the ribs, into the armpits, and then into the chest. So there you're really using the full capacity. You're taking it right into that little top spot of the lungs, excuse me, that you don't often reach. Then rest your arms by your sides, out to the sides that are little as well, and then bring your feet in. Keep the feet hip distance apart. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to drop your knees down to your right. Breathe in, come back to the center. Breathe out and come down to the left. Don't push it, just let the legs be really floppy and relaxed. Again to the right. Inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Now come back to the center. This time when you go over to the right, you're going to lift your opposite arm up and overhead. So the left arm when you're going to the right, take it down to the side again. Inhale, as you exhale, you take the right arm up, left leg down, legs down to the left. Back to the center, again to the right. So you're trying to really lengthen through the sides of the body. And utilize those full breaths again. One more time each way. Lovely. Then roll all the way over to your side and take yourself up onto all fours. Okay, so now in our all fours position, I'm going to come more central on the mat because it's just easier to move. We're going to do a little thread the needle. So you're going to press down through your feet, have your fingertips long, wrists underneath your shoulders, and find that neutral spine. So you're not too curved, you're not too rounded. You've got a nice long tailbone, a nice big chest. So you're almost sticking your bum up a little bit, but it's only because it's in neutral. And then you're going to really gently take a breath in. And as you breathe out, take your left arm underneath you, start bending your right elbow, and lengthen through the sides of the waist to take yourself down. So you're going to try and take your head forwards, and then stretch your right arm out in front of you and push down through your feet. Press down through both arms, breathe in. Keep pressing through your feet, and as you breathe out, you see if you can twist all the way from the pelvis through to the ribs and through to the top of your head a little more. Then you're going to take your right hand back, push down into the left hand and up. And then we do the other side. So you press down through your feet, you take a breath in. As you breathe out, slide it over to the left. Take your right cheek down and then your left arm out in front of you. Press down through your feet, really lengthen through the sides of the waist. Most likely your left side is going to want to shorten, so try to lengthen it a bit more. And then take a nice deep breath in. Then take the left hand back, press down into the left hand, lift through the right arm and back to all fours. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slide the left leg away. Keep pressing down through your left foot as you take your left cheek down. Stretch your right arm out in front. Really lengthen through the sides of the waist. Try and get your right hip to move back slightly. And then take your right hand back, press down into the ground, lift yourself up, and you're going to come to the other side again. Breathe in. As you breathe out, slide that right arm underneath, bending the left arm, lengthen through the sides of the waist as you take your cheek down, and stretch your left arm out. Lengthen the left side of the waist away, and breathe. And then take the left arm back, slide yourself back through. Lovely. Then you're going to take a nice deep breath in, push down through your feet, and as you breathe out, you're going to see if you can slide your right leg out behind you, and then breathe in. As you breathe out again, take your knee into your chest, round your back, lift up onto your fingertips, and step that foot through to a lunge. Don't worry if it feels like you get really stuck. You don't have to keep the hands there. I mean, I can't even keep my hand there to take it there. You have to really lift, and then you can take the hand off to bring it forwards. Now lean yourself forwards to a point where you have the knee just over the top of the ankle, not leaning so far forwards that the heel starts to come off. Squeeze your feet towards each other slightly. And if you're on a wooden floor right now, you're going to want to probably fold the side of the mat over, maybe a couple times. Or you can even put a little blanket or a cushion under that knee just to really support the knee, otherwise it gets a bit uncomfortable. You're going to keep that lean forwards with your feet squeezing each other so you feel the back hip coming forwards and the front hip coming back. You're then going to really gently bring yourself up onto that right leg, so you're just resting your hands on the right leg. Now be careful not to lean your hips forwards. Squeeze the legs together and reach longer through the waist so you feel your right hip moving away from your right thigh. Then you're going to bend that left knee and you're going to see if you can grab it. So if you want to, if you need to, this is when the belt comes in handy. If you can't reach that foot, just take yourself back, wrap the belt around the ankle, around the foot, hold on to the belt, take yourself back to that lunge position. Squeezing the legs together, just gently lift that leg, and then you use your hands to try and bring that foot closer to you, and you use the belt. So if your foot's all the way back here, you're holding onto the belt, and you use the belt to try and pull the leg in, so you feel that stretch on your quad. That's what I'm going for, is you have this nice stretch. If you can grab the foot, you grab the foot, you pull the foot towards the bum, you keep your right hip slightly away from your thigh, but you hinge forwards a little more, you lean forwards a little more, so you really feel that stretch on your left quad. Now take a deep breath in. Lovely. And then as you breathe out, lean forwards. Don't straighten the leg out yet, otherwise you're going to go straight into the knee. Bring the leg down. And then you're going to slide that right leg back to your all fours position. And you can flatten that side of the mat out again. So if you needed the belt on that side, you might need it again on the other side. So I would just ready the belt around that right foot in case you do. Otherwise, don't worry about it. So then again, take a breath in. Press down into your right foot, breathe in, and then slide your left leg out behind you. And then breathe out and take the knee into your chest and step the foot between your hands. So again, you're going to lean yourself forwards, not to a point where the heel comes off the floor or the ankle, the knee is too far forwards, just to a point where the knee is over the ankle, the heel on that foot is still rooted. Squeeze your feet towards each other to get your hips to hug towards each other. And then again, see if you can just bend that side of the mat over so you have a little extra cushioning for the mat. I mean, I'm on the carpet, so I'm not so bad, but if you're on a wooden floor, definitely go for that. Keep squeezing the legs together and then lift yourself up. Try to keep lifting out of your legs as if you're reaching up to the ceiling, you're growing taller. You're then going to see if you can take that left hip slightly away from the thigh, keep your forwards lean, and then really gently bend that knee. So the more you lean forwards, the more you're going to come off of the kneecap rather than be bending on the kneecap. Then either you've got your belt or you grab a hold of the foot and you pull the foot to the bum. As you pull it to the bum, get taller. Really lift yourself out of the legs so you're not taking all of the weight into that back leg. And then see if you can lean forwards a little bit more so you really feel that stretch on your quad. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Lovely. And then really gently lean forwards, bring that foot back down and flatten the mat back out. And then come back to your all fours position. Now imagine that you have a little string on your tailbone and a little string on the front top of your head. Those two strings are pulling away from each other. They start to make you get longer. As you get longer, you take your pelvis right back to your heels. With your pelvis coming right back to your heels, can you slightly round your back, press down into your fingertips, and again see if you can feel your hip bones moving away from your thighs. Breathe into the back. And if you're in this position and your bum is like really high off, go and grab a cushion or a block and bring it underneath your pelvis so you can get a little bit more traction to the heels. Keep pressing down into your hands to push your pelvis back a bit more, and then press down more through your feet, more through your shins. The more you keep pushing your pelvis backwards, you see if you can lengthen yourself forwards to bring your head towards the floor. Then you're going to take your hands into little fists, like one potato, two potato. Place one on top of the other, and then relax your forehead on your hands. With your forehead relaxed, just see if you can really relax your pelvis and breathe into your back. Take some really long breaths into the back of your body. Then keep your pelvis back. Just slide those hands forwards again so you go as long as you can. Look forwards, lift yourself and just tuck your toes under. Then don't move your feet, just slide the knees back a tiny bit. Now grab the sides of the mat. Again, if you've got a wooden floor, flip the front of the mat over so you've got a little cushioning for your fingers. You're then going to try and push the mat away from you, really like you're sliding it into or you want to snap it into. As you do that, can you press down a little more through your thumbs and a little more through the outer edges of your hands so you feel lift through your wrists that starts to lift through your arms. Now the more you push, you're going to start to feel the knees pushing backwards and starting to lift. Let them lift so you can lift your pelvis right up, but don't straighten your legs yet. Keep them soft. Now keep pushing down and away through your hands. Press back more through your pelvis, more through your feet, and see if that can allow you to come into straight legs with your sitting bones lifting. Breathe into the back of your ribs as you keep pushing through your hands, pushing back through your feet until you feel that real length in the back of your legs. Take a nice deep breath here. And then really gently flatten your palms. You're going to walk your feet to your hands. Let your knees go bent. And just relax over your legs. Go really floppy over your legs. Now see if you can press down into your feet, back through your ankles, really engaging your legs to try and press them up into the pelvis to straighten them. So you still feel your body close to your thighs. Then you're going to keep pushing down through your feet like you're pressing the floor away from you, and roll yourself up. Your head's going to be the last thing to come up. Your arms are really relaxed. You're rolling through your spine one vertebrae at a time. All the way up to standing. Then inhale your arms forward. Keep pressing down through your heels and back through your ankles, and start to hinge at your ankles, your knees and your hips to take yourself back into an Utkatasana, squat, basically a chair pose. As you're coming backwards, keep a little eye on your knees. You're going to keep your knees in line with your middle toes. Don't let them go in. Press down a bit more through the outer edges of your feet and go back as far as you can. Start to feel the back of your legs engage, not just the front of your legs, and keep that little lift in your hip bones. Now press your hands together in a prayer position. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to twist yourself over to the right, taking your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press back through your right leg, then push your hands together. Breathe in as you press down into your right foot. You can look down to the ground because it will probably help you keep your balance. Lift your left leg and press it backwards. And then see if you can push your hands a bit more and twist a little further as you press through that back leg. And then inhale, come back to the center. to your squat position and come back through the middle. Inhale as you exhale, come over to the left. Press through your hands. Keep pressing back through your right thigh. As you press through your hands, you can look down to the ground, breathe in, and press that right leg back. Go straight through that right leg. Keep it really nice and long. Press into your hands a bit more. Breathe in, see if you can twist a little more as you exhale. And look up. And then inhale, take it back, whoops, back to your squat. And then all the way back up to standing. Good. Now inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling, let them go wide and lengthen from your fingertips all the way down to your heels. Then from there you can fly your arms out to the side. Keep lifting through your legs and take your hip bones up and over your thighs. Try and really make yourself reach up over the legs as you go forwards. Your legs are still really engaged as you fold. Good, now I've still got the folded bit of my mat there, so I'm just going to flatten it. Place your palms down. If you need to, you can bend your knees to do that. And you're just going to really gently walk yourself back into firstly a plank just to find your length. Bend your knees and push yourself right back into a downward dog. And then imagine that you've got that grip on the sides of the mat again. If you want to, you can even grip the sides of the mat again. Press your fingers, your knuckles, the heels of your hands into the ground and press your pelvis up and backwards, your legs up and backwards. Feel your legs engaging to really lift up into the pelvis. Breathe into the sides of your waist. And then from there, breathe in and nice and gently come up onto your toes, down onto your knees and lean your body forwards. You're then going to bend your elbows, taking your chest between your hands, shoulders wide, and come onto your belly. So from this position, can you lengthen through your toes like someone's pulling your feet backwards to the point where you start to feel your tailbone lengthening. It's not tucking, it's just lengthening away because you're really pulling back through your feet. You then feel a little lift in your hip bones and you're going to place one hand on top of the other, elbows out to the sides, and you're going to turn your head to the left. Then with your head turned to the left, press down through your left foot and just really gently slide your right leg out to the side. So just so you can see it a bit better, I'm going to do it this side to show you first. So you take that leg out to the side. You can have the foot up towards the thigh, or you can have it more towards your calf, wherever you like it, or you can even have the foot out to the side, wherever it feels comfortable and you feel like you've got that hip kind of connected to the socket. And you keep a nice long length in the side of the waist. So I'm just going to take that leg back so that I can show you more this side. Now can you place your left hand on top of your right? Take a nice deep breath in. Press down through your left foot and away through your left foot. Hug your right leg into the pelvis. And as you exhale, you're going to keep your head really heavy and you're going to see if you can lift and lengthen your chest forwards and up and then lower. So the whole arm, upper back, chest and head go together. Breathe in. And again as you exhale, lift. Inhale down. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. And then slide that right leg back. You're then going to swap the hands and swap the head over. So you take your right hand on top of your left, you turn your head to the right, and you take your left leg out to the side. You then press down and away through your right leg. You breathe in and you lift that right arm, chest, upper back, and you lower. And try to feel yourself really lengthening through the sides of the waist to lift. Your head doesn't do anything, it's very relaxed on the hand. One more. And then slide that leg back. Now place your hands down beside your ribs. Press down into your feet. Squeeze your arms towards each other Take a nice deep breath in and then press yourself up onto all fours and back again into that extended child's pose. This time take your feet together and your knees wide so you have a lot of space between the legs. Then you can see if you can relax your head down. Keep a little gentle pressure on your hands to keep pressing your pelvis back and down. And try to breathe all the way down into your hips. Then keep your pelvis moving backwards. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're just going to walk your hands over to the left and forward slightly. So don't just take them over and kind of curl everything. Think of taking them forwards and over. So you're really lengthening to take them over. You then place your right hand on top of your left. Press back through your right hip so you feel that really big stretch in your right ribs. Breathe into it. And then come back to the centre. Then you're going to walk your hands over to the right. And same thing, try and lengthen as you walk. Don't just scooch over to the side. Really keep it long and lengthened. Then place that left hand on top of the right. Press back through your left hip so you really lengthen that left side of the waist and breathe into it. And then walk back to the centre. Very gently take yourself back onto your feet and you're going to come onto your back. Come and lie down in Shavasana. Really relax yourself down into the floor. I know we got a little bit of work in there. You've got to get a little bit of work in every little yoga practice. But generally, we've really slowed down the nervous system and really focused on our breath. And now we're going to try and slow it down even more. So I want you to focus on your breathing. And imagine your breath moving through your nostrils and your third eye. So the space right between your eyebrows. Picture it moving into the body through this spot and leaving the body through this spot. And then feel that breath moving down your spine into your tailbone as you inhale. And then moving up your spine and out of your third eye as you exhale. Feel the whole body slow down. Relax. And become very heavy on the floor. And then you can stay here for a bit longer if you like. Or you can come up with me, bend your knees, roll onto your side and bring yourself up to sitting. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. And just take a moment to really feel your body. To notice the sensations in your body. How it feels now after a really slow, gentle, focused practice. And then bring your hands to your head. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow.